There are steps that lead into black. There are hallways that whisper your name. There are shadows who want to speak. The drive of a paranormal investigator is to hear these voices, but who are we communicating with? And can they or do they offer any truth and clarity? Are we hearing merely echoes of a long-forgotten past, or spirits of the dead, or something darker with a more sinister intent? Could all haunted phenomena merely be fueled by our imaginations and desires to try to discern if there's more to this life than what we know? On October 9th, 2016, I accepted an invite from Steve Fisher of Paranormal to investigate the Randolph County Infirmary. We were also accompanied by Donetta Swift of DKS Paranormal, Gene Caswell of the Jefferson County Paranormal Society, Debbie Walker of Mike Caldwell from Paraholics.com, Charlton Jackson, and Jeff Fent. We entered the infirmary equipped with some of the latest ITC equipment available. ITC stands for Instrumental Transcommunication, and it was our hope to use our devices to communicate with the unseen and the unknown. For decades, the spirit box, the ghost box, these devices have been regarded as highly controversial in the paranormal community. For paranormal investigators who give ghost boxes credibility, they tend to believe that energy beings are able to manipulate energy. And with that theory, they're able to manipulate radio waves and white noise static to communicate. And these voices come through in direct intelligent responses in between stations, and also manipulating the chatter from the radio stations themselves. Many ghost boxes have different features too, such as effects built in like reverb and echo, theorizing that actually helps construct speech. Others feel that actually just helps the listener trying to discern what actually is true communication. And the echo and reverb actually help bleed out the stations and the static. And when you hear a voice that is above all of the noise, that might be a valid response. But for the critics of this type of ITC work, they feel that all this is an audio pareidolia, just a matrixing of the mind constructing what you want to hear. Although there is some validity to that argument, you have to keep in mind that not all Ghostbox users go forward thinking that every little blip on the radio is spirit communication. So in this video, I let some scenes play out longer instead of just jumping from what I perceive as response to response, in hopes that you can tune your ear to these various devices. And I tried not to annotate every single thing that I heard too. Maybe you'll pick out some of the replies that I left out. So armed with some of the best ghost boxes available today, created by some of the most innovative builders, we entered RCI in hopes of not only learning about it and its residents, but also about these devices and how this environment can affect them.
Why doesn't Doris want to talk? Doris? Is Wilson here? About Jessica? We'll tell you what, tell me who's here with me. Can I have your names? Who else? Who's here? Well, I'd like to talk with Doris. Can I talk with Doris? Where's Doris? Do you want to talk to me?
Doris, can you see the corn outside your window?
That almost sounded like Doris.
Doris, are you here? Doris, are you here? Doris, thank you for letting us in your room. Do you like this time of year? I really fretted over this particular reply because I had just asked about corn. I couldn't really decide if it said harvest or August, but after listening a bunch of times, I finally decided it was saying August. So it just goes to show you, just because you hear something or you want it to say something else doesn't make it accurate. Reminds me of that song Blinded by the Light. Let me ask you, are you revved up like a deuce or a douche? Right?
She's still here.
It's very nice.
I'm telling you, there's a bunch. I'm hearing a bunch of stuff. It's not like real loud, like right in your face. But there was a lot of responses in there.
Before we go any further, I feel like this man deserves more of an introduction. This is Jeff Fent, a true gem in the ITC community and one of the most experienced ghost box users in the paranormal field. And after the Emmitt House burnt down in Waverly, Ohio, Jeff was able to reclaim some of the wood beams from the disaster that he took and made ghost box housings out of to pay tribute to the Emmitt House and also to the energies that resided there. They say that spirits can attach themselves to objects. I believe that ITC researchers can actually imprint their energy upon the devices that they use, establishing a connection. Jeff is a great example of this. And will the energy connected to the Emmitt House come through any of the Emmitt House boxes that were with us at RCI? Please watch and listen without prejudice.
It's actually when you listen back to them, just to record that. But that voice I was hearing is the voice of Doris that I've heard many times before. So I can pick her out of the crowd.
Right.
So yeah, she was talking.
Do you ever pick up any consistent voices on this away from any particular place? In other words, where it seems like the voice is following you around.
Yeah,
Okay.
if I ask.
So that, in other words, it's not just somebody locked in this building per se. Or,
No, I can go to my house and ask to talk to the spirits of the Emmitt House. I can go, I've been to the Gill House and asked to speak with somebody from the Emmitt House or vice versa.
right.
Or I've gotten spirits from other locations that I've just asked for. I've talked to people. I think the spirits can really truly used to think people that try to talk to spirits from other locations on there. I used to watch videos before I got this box, and I'm like, that's crazy. I don't believe you can just ask for so-and-so in there and pop up on your box. But after having that box, I mean, it blows my mind, the stuff that comes through that box.
I want to get our fan house boxes together and see if that creates any type of energy.
Okay. Yeah.
Be interesting if they could actually speak to one another.
You can keep that gold necklace on your box if you want.
Okay.
You can try that.
Okay.
If you really want to up the ante on this video, during this whole Emmitt House experiment discussion, do a shot every time that I say okay, and good luck walking afterwards.
From the Emmitt House, Jeff, he's the one that got the wood for me to make that box. Yeah.
Right.
Of course, he's got a box and a music box made of the same wood, but he also has this necklace that was, who did it belong to?
Well, it was found in the Emmitt House on the second floor underneath the baseboard when they popped the baseboards. And that room was known to have, if you were leaving the place and you looked up, you seen a figure crossing the windows, like everybody thought it was a woman pacing the windows. And when I use this necklace with the Emmitt House boxes, I always get the name Lisa, and I get the name Avery. And Pam, the previous owner of the Emmitt House, said when she started looking through documentation, there was some stories of a prominent man whose name was Avery, and he had taken a liking to a lady named Lisa. And this is the, you can hold it, look at it if you want. This is the necklace. Now, Pam let me borrow it for a few weeks.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Since it's out of her house, she doesn't have any activity going on.
It's different,
she-
definitely.
She kept it in the basement, and it will move upstairs. She lives by herself.
What do you think this is? Is it just gold chips inside?
Yeah. The jeweler across the street from the Emmitt House, when she found it, he thought that, he said it's legit. It is what you think it is, gold bars. But he said that back in Civil War days, if a man was leaving to go to war or go travel a long distance, he would buy his wife, fiance, girlfriend, whoever that hold on to in case he didn't come back. That way they had a way to pay their way out, to go away.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'll go. Do you want to stay here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can take that out and put it on top of your box if you want.
Okay.
And just, I'll go get my box and I'll go second floor, sort of far away, maybe the first room
Okay.
or second room. And,
We should try to ask questions relevant to the Emmitt House.
we can. You can give
Like,
me
as an insult
your,
for me, I
it could be
guess.
your son's name.
Okay.
It could be
All right.
your favorite color. It
Copy.
could
Say,
be,
no.
what kind of,
I definitely think the other questions are valid too, though, to establish that it is somebody actually from the Emmitt House.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but I think there should be some things in there to kind of validate what we're doing, that we're not speaking to anybody else other than what you know and what you're gonna say.
I've got one name on here that you probably don't even know.
Okay.
You gonna be
There's a lot of names within the Emmitt House.
Sure.
But I don't know.
Yeah, no.
So that's why I was thinking if my box says it, I may not
Yeah.
recognize it, but I
Yeah.
guess an audio review.
I mean, he could technically write it down for you, but without verbally speaking.
Somebody steals it.
Because I just think that,
There's such
you
a
know,
man.
sometimes spirits are like people. They hear things and then they retain that.
So it's yeah, I'm gonna send that to you.
All right, and then you got the necklace.
Yep.
I'd put it on your box.
I will.
Let me go find it.
Okay.
So go find Jeff.
And then you're gonna record your session, right?
Yeah, well.
I'll go with him and record spirit of Jeff.
So Debbie, Steve, and Jeff head off to get his Emmitt House box and then head upstairs. And I stay behind in what's known as Dors's room. We set up just to see if we get these boxes to actually talk to each other.
Test. You ready? Is it working?
Yes, sir.
10-4. Are you ready?
Yeah, all right. Tell me, let's kick this one.
We are starting experiment.
Turn my box on.
Okay, we're gonna try something. There's another box. There's another box here.
Jeff. He said Jeff.
There's another box. And I made it from the Emmitt House. And it's downstairs. What I need you to do is I want you to say these words or names through the other box. Okay? Now, can you locate the other box for me? Yes, Emma. Found it? Okay. I want you to say the name Louisa.
He said his box is going crazy. He said, hold on a second, his box is going crazy. I understand.
Right here.
Ready here.
What the hell? No. What the hell?
Can you tell them to stop for a minute?
Yeah.
We've had to stop for a minute, the box is acting crazy.
Somebody in here with me? You affecting this box?
They said, I understand.
Silent.
What is it?
I have no idea.
Just get
Now, is
fried.
that yours?
Uh-huh.
Get fried like my spirit box got fried. Started making funny noises and never worked again. It blipped green for a second.
That was it? Is it doing what it's supposed to?
Fuck no.
Not making a sound.
Is that what you're doing?
It's my Emmitt House box. I mean, that thing started screaming.
Yeah.
So my Emmitt House box was freshly charged. As soon as we start our experiment, for some reason, it gets its ass handed to it. Totally dead. I still don't know what to make of that moment.
Can you say Louisa? Can you say Avery?
Is it supposed to automatically?
Okay. Can you say Lisa? just tell that other box, say the name Pam.
What?
Pam. And the last thing I want you to say is the reason why the Emmitt House burnt down. Fire. Lisa. Lisa. Okay, so you did say Louisa.
Yeah.
Did say Avery. Yep. You said Lisa.
Pam.
And fire. Did you say fire?
Box is dead.
His box just went dead. Did you just make the other box go dead?
The other box went dead.
Said Emmitt. Can you tell me what the gentleman standing in front of the box holding the paper, can you tell me what his name is? Jeff Fent.
Okay. We're gonna go downstairs and see who said those things to that other box, okay?
Please don't, Jeff.
Alright, I'm gonna shut this off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
That's mind blowing.
That Pam was like, Pam? Wow.
So about the last 4 minutes of
I've
that.
never had this box speed up and slow down like that. The skin is, the sweetness is
That right
locked
there.
in.
And see, and he said his box, as soon as he turned it on, went crazy. They were like, hold on a minute, his box is going crazy. And then all of a sudden, they were like, his box is just dead.
What if it said any of this stuff right before it went there?
I don't know.
Well, it said just about everything on the list up here, didn't it?
Yeah, the only thing that, and I think you heard it, the only thing I didn't hear it say was fire. But I think it said it.
It
I'm
might
not
have.
sure.
It
sounded like it said burn.
It may have said Steve, but it said I'm ready. I'm pretty sure, so. That'll be your
Well,
last
hopefully it didn't say Steve on writing.
It might have.
I got it on video of it, I think.
So after regrouping, reassessing, and recharging my Emmitt House box, I follow Mike Caldwell down the dark hallway back to Doris's room as Jeff heads back upstairs. Of course, Mike took me down the wrong hallway, so we turned around and we went to the right hallway to Doris's room and proceed with our experiment.
Give us a few seconds after you're ready so we can turn the box on.
Make sure his box turned on.
Huh?
Make sure his box turned on.
Yeah.
He's getting it turned on right now.
Damn. Take 2.
Did he say anything?
Not yet.
Maybe you can't hear the review. Well, I guess we'll try.
Box is on.
Can anyone say hello to this box? Go find Jeff's box for me.
Lisa. Okay, it's Jeff again. The other Emmitt House box has a necklace. It's a gold necklace from the Emmitt House on it. Okay? So through that box, I want you to say these names. Louisa. Avery. Did you say Avery? Say Lisa. I think the necklace belongs to Lisa. Did you say Lisa? You say Pam? Pam, she owned the Emmitt House? And then why the Emmitt House is no longer here? What happened at the Emmitt House? Fire. Can you say fire through that box?
By fire?
And then we just went through all this. For some strange reason, the other box quit. Ever. And he was going to give you a name. What's the name he gave you to tell me? What was it?
Can you make Jeff's Emmitt House box say Charlton? I have. Did you hear that? What did it say? I have.
Are you slowing the box down? Can you speed it back up? Can you speed the box back to where it's supposed to be for me? That's a little better. So if I go downstairs, all those names you said through the box, right? Again, yeah. We're fine. I heard it. All right, cool. We're gonna head down. I'm gonna turn the box off in 5, 4. How slow that is. Do you hear how slow that is? 3, Two.
Said wait.
What, do you want to say something to me? Why are you slowing the box down? I'm going to shut it off if you... I'm going to shut it off if you don't have anything to say to me.
sound like it actually stopped this week. Can you tell me the name of the other guy down there asking questions?
What's the guy's name that has the other box?
Okay, so I know my name's not really Evil or Evil Ogleville. Okay, I get it, but it's my party name. Just accept it and go.
Why are you slowing this box down so much?
Cause it, what? Is it, you think it's easier for you to speak through it if it's slower?
Alright, I'm gonna shut it off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
I didn't hear what it said, but it sounded like it said wait again. Like every time I get ready to shut off, it's like wait.
To go that slow, I gotta have it way the hell over here, dude.
And the knob's not moved.
See what it does. Takes about 5 or 10 seconds to start.
Did it say leave? Why do you want us to leave?
Yeah, that's in the middle, and that's still faster than, or about where it was, correct?
About, yeah, it actually
It
stopped.
stopped, okay. And that's where I had it set. All right, well, we're gonna go downstairs. Thank you. Let's go see what happens. It again said most everything that I said
I thought there may have been
up there.
maybe a couple of responses that came through, but I wasn't sure. Did my son's name come through at all?
I asked. It's gonna have to be on playback.
Okay.
I asked. I
Okay.
said that you had a name that needed to be set out of my box. It needs to be relayed from that box downstairs to mine. What is that name? And there's a lot of things being said, so
Okay.
I'll have to see if it comes through.
For this next session, we stay in Doris's room and break out the Radio Spectre by Chicago Spirit Wave. Can anyone say hello? Can you say hello? Is Doris here? Wilson? Wilson, if that's you, say rainbows. Can you say rainbows? Can I talk to Doris?
You like pizza?
Who's going to win the next presidential election?
Did you say It said Nixon.
Hello? Who we speaking with?
I said, hey, man.
What's up, man? Who we speaking to?
That what's up was the same voice. I said, hi.
Who am I speaking with?
We'll see.
No, Wilson.
Wilson?
Yeah.
Is this Wilson?
You bet.
Do you live here, Wilson?
Looks like I just sped up because I did it right back to back.
Wilson, who else is here tonight? Any other spirits? Are there spirits in the attic?
Yeah, it sounded like I said, of course there are.
Who's in the attic?
Say children.
Children?
That's what it sounds like.
There's a little boy upstairs.
Huh?
There's a little boy upstairs, man.
What's the name of the little boy spirit in the attic?
The little boy upstairs, does he have blonde hair? It's like the box keeps speeding up and slowing down on the suite. That's what it was doing up in that room with Jim.
Are you changing the speed of that box?
Can you see us standing here?
Yeah. Is Doris here? Can you call for her?
Yeah. How do you know Matthew? What's Matthew's last name?
Can you tell me where we're at right now? tell me whose room we're in?
Can you tell me your name? Emmitt.
Michael. It said Michael.
Yeah.
It said, can you tell me your name? But it's been saying Emmitt a lot. Why do you keep saying Emmitt? Is that your name, or are you referring to a house?
Me.
Yeah.
Me.
Is your name Emmitt? Yes.
Well, hi,
Do you
Emmitt.
know your last name? Emmitt who?
It said house. Does it pay?
Emmitt House?
Can you see us?
Huh?
Said something else.
That's what I thought it said. It said Emmitt, and then it said house.
You came from the Emmitt House?
It keeps whispering behind that.
Yeah.
Was. I think they're two, somebody else that they're talking to each other.
Conversation,
They're ignoring
yeah.
us.
If you're from the Emmitt House, can you tell us what happened to it? Insane.
That wasn't very friendly.
I thought it said Jeff Fenton saying.
Can you repeat the name that you just said, please? I know you get a lot of people in here that ask you a lot of questions. Does that bother you?
Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff who? Where is Jeff right now?
Hey, how are you?
Like I said, hi, lady.
Do you know my name? You can call me by my name, you don't have to call me lady. We can be on a first name basis. My name's Debbie. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
Wilson. Who is Wilson? Ghost. What is a ghost?
Trapped quarantine.
Huh?
That's where it said trapped in quarantine.
What is a ghost?
Did you say Donito?
Huh?
Do what?
It sounded like it said Donito.
Do you have anything you want to say to us before we leave? Well, we appreciate you talking to us. Will you talk to us later tonight too? Okay, I'm gonna shut this off. I'm gonna shut it off on the count of 3, okay? If you have anything to say. 1, 2, 3. Goodbye. Huh. Yeah. Beyond just ghost box sessions, we conducted several EVP sessions throughout the night. Some of them paid off, and some of them did not. Check out this EVP caught by my camera. Another point of interest was when we first got to RCI and we were on our tour. We were up in the massive attic space there, when what appeared to be like a knot from one of the boards up in the ceiling either unexplainably dropped or was thrown at us. But more on that later. Now let's join Steve, Jeff, and Debbie as they go out and explore unmarked graves on the grounds of Randolph County Infirmary.
We are outside on a piece of land where they think that people are buried at Randolph County Infirmary doing a geobox session with Mr. Jeff Fent, who's gracious enough to bring this box out. Wow. What?
So he's important.
He is important.
That's sort of strange that I just said that.
Why is he important? Say Kendrick? Or Kindred?
Is he a kindred spirit?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
We're gonna try the other box. Maybe you can talk through it a little bit better than this one. Is that okay? What? Did you hear that?
What did it say?
He said he's going to try the other box.
That's what I thought it said.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We want to know who's buried out here. Okay, I got Ingrid, I got Nancy. Who else is buried out here?
What?
You said Ron. Who else?
Tom?
Wendy?
Teresa? What is that name? Can you give us names, more names of people that are buried out here? 14.
Who are they?
Each one?
Yes, each one.
Leave us.
You don't want to give us your names?
Be safe. That was clear as a day.
Are there children buried out here?
At least one.
Do you know what his or her name was? Do you know what the child's name was?
Gage? Gage?
Did you say Gage? Is he who they see and hear in the attic of the infirmary? Well, if there's kids up in the attic of the infirmary, I'd really like to take that GO box up there home points tonight. Because I haven't run it in there since the first time I came here.
I definitely want to go in the attic.
Throughout the multiple sessions conducted throughout the evening, everything seemed to be drawing us back up to the attic space. So many questions. Were there actually children up there? We'll have to wait and see. Until then, let's listen to this quick session that was done in one of the barns on the property.
Are there any children out here in the barn? I said we don't.
There's a couple children in the infirmary. You know who they are? You did? So you know who they are? Can we have their names?
What did he say? What did she say? Can we start with the little boy and tell me what his name is?
We're going to be going up in the attic a little bit. It would be nice to know the children's names. Can you help us out on that?
Sounds like it said Jesse twice.
Jesse, is that one of the names? Is that correct? Jesse? Well, if Jesse's correct, is there a little girl up there too? Not allowed to speak? Aren't they allowed to speak? If I heard you correctly.
They want to what?
Are they being punished?
Don't talk. Do you know Doris? Do you know Wilson? Do you know Wilson?
Are you ignoring us?
He's fine, maybe?
Wilson's fine. Sure. He is?
Where is Wilson?
Where is Wilson?
is there a person inside the infirmary by the name of Emmitt? Emmitt Fent.
Now, how can it be Emmitt Fent? And that little kid?
Yeah. Did you say Jake? The little boy say Jake? Can you come talk to me? Can you tell me how old you are?
How old's Jake?
There you go.
Hey Jake, if you're out here with us, how many fingers am I holding up? Right now.
So from the moment we've walked into RCI, it seems like we've been driven back into the attic. Were we given any answers to any of the clues or any of the messages that had been given to us throughout the course of our investigation? Will we get up there and find that there truly are children in the attic? Will we hear from the souls that have been left in unmarked graves out in the field? Or will we hear more from the voices of the spirits of the Emmitt House that have seemed to call out to us all night long, regardless of the device that we used? So we sat in a circle, we turned on our boxes, and we waited for the ghost to speak.
So is Gage or Jake up here? There was a piece of wood up here on the pipe. Did you move it?
Huh? You say took it or
Sound like took it.
took it?
Where'd you take it? Why did you take it?
The mystery wood. I actually came across it later in the evening, and I saw it sitting there on that pipe, and I thought that I wanted to take it out and inspect it more in the light. I put it in my pocket and I just kind of forgot about it. But it wasn't until Jeff started asking questions about it I thought, wow, maybe the spirits will rat me out because no one else knew about this. But they got one thing right. Someone did take it. It was me. This next reply out of the Geo box is one of the more puzzling of the night. Definitely doesn't sound like radio to me.
Can you tell us who left the footprints over there on the other side?
I'm gonna bring up my PRD. What's that? I'm gonna bring up my PRD. So you got your shrinks box?
What's the name on the front of the box?
This session with the PRD 1000 I find interesting because at one point it was asked, where's home? And it said with me. Was it referring to the physical box or something else?
Where are we at?
Can you tell me what your name is? Whoever just said no?
Try to say your name? Can you see us? Can you see us?
Did you say I'm Emma?
I'm what?
I'm Emma. I don't know.
What is your name?
Lisa.
What was it?
Hi, Lisa. What? There's a blue light over there in that doorway. Can you go over there and walk in front of it?
Just flash right here.
Huh?
What just flashed right here?
Oh, ring light?
What? Are you touching this? Are you attached to that box?
Where is it that you call home? Do you have any messages for anybody?
Would it help if I sped that up? Would it make it easier to talk?
Do that and try. Who keeps doing that to the box, making it slow down? Can you speed it up?
Does anybody want to talk on this box? Who? Just say it again.
Say Jamie? Did you say Jamie?
Are the children up here?
What are the children's names? Is there a little boy up here with blonde hair? Is there anybody up here that wants to talk at all? Do you have a message for anybody? If you do, tell us what your message is. help with. Tell us how you need help. What's dead?
Circle.
Circle? Can you tell me who's dead? What?
Regardless of your personal views towards using a ghost box during a paranormal investigation, regardless of your methodology or device, nothing we do ultimately proves anything. That's why it's paranormal. And they say once you turn that light on for communication, it doesn't matter where you are or what you're using, it will find you. Take for example Gene Caswell here. In Doris's room, conducting a pendulum board experiment, and getting Mike Caldwell to shit himself.
I find it pretty cool that it defies gravity. Shouldn't it technically be hanging straight down?
Yes.
There's a magnet in the bottom of that board that pushes that pendulum out.
Okay.
Is there any non-human beings in this building? Is there an angel here?
I've been here for this before. I know where this is going. Last time he asked us, we ran from a building.
Says yes, there's an angel here.
Do you know Mike Caldwell? How do you know Mike? Is there somebody else here that knows Mike? No? Do you know who calls his name? No? Does the angel know Mike? Male? Yeah. Where are you going? I'm going too quick. Can you find it? Yes. The angel knows Mike. What's the first letter of the angel's name? Are you looking for it? The first letter of the angel's name. Z? Oh, hell no.
Oh.
Oh.
So,
All bullshit.
It sure did.
It's going back to Z again.
Well, don't tell me.
Zozo.
What the hell?
You don't have to spell anymore. Is it Zozo?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, him, I know.
Yes.
Zozo, I'm not sure of it.
There's the Zozo demon, Mike. I mean, no big deal.
He's just a hell of a guy.
Yeah.
Yes. Zozo's not an angel, is he? Are you lying to us?
Are you playing games with us? Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
They weren't right to know.
Anybody else want to do this? It just went down flat 0.
Right.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
See what you did?
Is it really doing that?
Yes!
Yeah, it's hanging down. Nope.
It's down 0. Is Zozo here?
That ain't doing shit now.
Did you go away? Man, it's just hanging.
Man, that is impossible. That is impossible because it can't hang like that.
It just did.
I really can't.
It's on 2 video cameras. It did.
We got 2 different angles, man.
Yeah.
How did it drop straight down? And how did it spell Zozo?
Who wants to take that board home with them? That's what I want to know.
I don't think this is some voodoo shit. This is beyond paranormal.